Hello, you are watching Shalom World News. I'm David Kerr from Lansing in Michigan, and these are your latest news headlines from around the world. The man accused of killing the British Catholic politician Sir David Ames will face trial next year. 25-year-old Ali Harbi Ali is charged with murder and the preparation of terrorist acts. He appeared at court in London on Friday via video link from prison. A provisional trial date was set for the 7th of March 2022. Sir David Ames was stabbed to death during a constituency surgery in Leigh-on-Sea in the county of Essex last Friday. The Catholic politician was 69 years old. May he rest in peace. The Archbishop of Perth has expressed concern after the state of Western Australia passed a new law mandating that priests report child sexual abuse revealed during confession. Archbishop Timothy Costello describes the Children and Community Services Act as both disappointing and troubling. As he said, it potentially criminalises fidelity to an essential dimension of the Catholic practice. It also, he adds, gives no guarantee that any child will be better protected from abuse because of the law. Archbishop Costello further noted that the majority opinion of the legislative committee established by the Western Australian Government to look into this matter was not accepted by the Parliament. That committee had voted by 3-2 that disclosure made in the context of a religious confession should not be subject to the new mandatory reporting laws. Texas state officials have asked that the US Supreme Court uphold a new statute that prohibits most abortions after approximately 6 weeks of pregnancy. Earlier this week, the US Justice Department approached the Supreme Court, asking the court to block the law. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton responded in a written submission that the federal government's attempt to block the state's law is without merit because the federal government cannot obtain an abortion and the Constitution does not assign it any special role to protect the right to abortion. Oral arguments in the case have been set for the 1st of November. The Supreme Court said it would wait for those arguments to take place before taking any action. The new Heartbeat Act in Texas came into effect on September the 1st. Catholics in the Middle East will join in prayer with their co-religionists in Mexico this coming Monday, as they will together recite the Holy Rosary for the Christians of the Holy Land and for peace in that much troubled part of the world. The Rosary Rally falls upon the Feast of Our Lady of Palestine. It will take place in various locations, including the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe in Mexico City, while others will lead prayers from Palestine, Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Egypt and Iraq. The Holy Rosary will be recited in Arabic, Spanish and Aramaic. That's the language spoken by Christ and the Virgin Mary. Meanwhile, a Middle Eastern patriarch is calling for Western intervention to help stop the exodus of Christians from Lebanon. Syriac Catholic Patriarch Ignatius Joseph III Yunan of Antioch has decried the lack of assistance of the West for Lebanese Christians, adding that the country's Christian community will soon vanish if there is no intervention. Patriarch Yunan made his comments to the charity Aid to the Church in Need. At present, there are 2 million Christians in Lebanon. That's 35% of the population. The Middle Eastern country is currently undergoing a severe economic crisis due to skyrocketing inflation, corruption, poor public infrastructure and the COVID-19 pandemic. At present, more than half of all Lebanese people are living in poverty. The Church in the United States is preparing to observe its annual National Vocation Awareness Week from November the 7th to November the 13th. Over those 7 days, the Church across the US will encourage vocations to the priesthood, diaconate and consecrated life. Observance of Vocations Awareness Week began in 1976 when the US bishops designated the 28th Sunday of the year as an occasion to call attention to the importance of celebrating and promoting vocations to the clerical state and religious life, and to help those presently discerning such a path. Finally, Pope Francis has received a handwritten note of thanks from children living in an orphanage in the Republic of Congo in Africa. The Holy Father recently donated medicines to help the children of the Foyer Nazareth orphanage on the outskirts of the capital city of Brazzaville. That gesture was in response to a request for help in purchasing certain types of medicine to tackle sickle cell disease that are rarely available locally in the Congo and are extremely expensive. Now the head of the orphanage, Sister Elise Vauco Anitau, has penned a handwritten note of thanks to Pope Francis, which is signed by all the children in her care. She states that by these medicines, the Lord has visited them through Pope Francis. The orphanage houses more than 20 orphaned and abandoned children. It is also a house for sick children. Well, that's your latest headlines for now. Do join us for more tomorrow. You can also visit us at swnews.org for news updates. Shalom.